this is edifying to the hopeful elect, whoever's going to be watching it later on and now. But first and foremost, before I start, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem, Rakak Qudash. Yahweh is the Most High God, and Yahweh Shai is who the world innately calls Jesus Christ. The Rakak Qudash is the Holy Spirit in the Paleo Hebrew. And give honors to the elders, a great millstone, who will well and teach well through the Spirit, but when they can continue to endure and be sincere. And the mighty Shalom to the hopeful elect that are scattered four corners of the earth, teaching His word and believing His word, Lord willing that y'all can continue to endure and be sincere in the same spirit. And Shalom to the Akwathiam that are believers of the faith, Lord willing you can continue to pursue your lot, which is being a loving and silent and virtuous wife. And Lord willing the Most have mercy on our other brothers and sisters that is not in the faith. Right? Hold on, I'm trying to wait for this thing to load. It's okay. I'll just use my other app. Today's lesson is the elect will shout when they see the wicked perish. Right? The elect will shout when they see the wicked perish. Right? Side precept. Where was it at? Okay, got it. Okay. So the first verse we're going to start with is Psalms chapter 130. Hey, write these down, put it for your own motivation, I look at everything in the scriptures motivating, and this is, to strive to be of that number, so you could be counted one of those ones that's shouting, seeing the wicked perish, right? So this is Psalms chapter 130, verse 4 to 8. The point in this verse is really 5 and 6, but let's get to it. It says, but there is forgiveness with thee, that thou mayest be feared. I wait for the Lord Yahweh, my soul doeth wait, and in his word do I hope. My soul waiteth for the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai more than they that watch for the morning. I say, more than they that watch for the morning. Let Israel hope in the Lord Yahweh, for with the Lord Yahweh there is mercy, and with him is plenteous redemption, and he shall redeem Israel from their iniquities, right? And we're waiting on the Lord, man. The real children of Yahweh Hashem Al Shai is waiting. And even more, how do they show that they're waiting? They're waiting, they're observing, right? They seeing every time they're increasing where they're always seeing something in the spirit. Oh man, the Lord coming. Oh man, 144 or this and this and that. It's not that they're looking for those numbers. It just out of nowhere they turned it up. Wait, hold on. You add that up, that's 144. Like it just be a natural thing. You looking up late at night or even during the day, chariots flying in the sky. Right? Somebody might come and ask you something out the blue, and you could be entertaining a whole angel. You could wake up and have a flashback of something that happened yesterday. Hey, that could be all Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. It could be a dream, right? So happy about the dream, and now you want to hurry up and tell somebody, Lord willing, somebody make a video on it, right? Because the children of Israel I want to see Yahushai. I want to see the heavenly angels. I want to see the chariots up close, right? I want to see Israel back at pleasing Yahweh Ba'Shem Al Shai, and you could tell that the Lord is pleased, So let's go to Psalms 114 in verse 7. This is what really inspired me to do this lesson. It says, tremble thou earth at the presence of the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, and at the presence of the God of Jacob, which turned the rock into a standing water, the flint into a fountain of waters, right? Because you seen what he did with Moses, right? He made water come out of a rock. Man, he split the Red Sea. Now I believe in those things, right? Because of faith. You know, we can go into the gospel where he says, what about the ones that haven't seen me and they believe? You know, we haven't seen Yahweh Shai in our past life, but right now you don't remember it. You got to read. This is right now, this ministry is a faith-based ministry. It's not about you trying to handle your own and make your own righteousness on this side. It's by the faith of Yahweh Shema Shai that you want to be guided through that Rakak Wadash to do things that's pleasing unto him. So again, verse 7, tremble thou earth at the presence of the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai, and at the presence of the God of Jacob. Even more, the Lord is showing his presence when it's thunder, when it's storms, when it's tempest, and when it's fire. How much more are we going to tremble when we're physically seeing the Lord come, man? Right? Man, it's definitely going to be graphical, right? This is the verse that I needed. This is Psalms chapter 64. I'm reading the KJV and NLT. Want it, Salaki, to hit us, right? So it says in the KJV, verse 1 to 4, it says, "Oh, that thou wouldest rend the heavens, that thou wouldest come down, that the mountains might flow down at thy presence, as when the melting fire burneth, the fire causeth the waters to boil, to make thy name known to thy adversaries," right? Because Yahweh Shema Shai is going to make his name known to his enemies, right? And you know what? It's going to of Egypt with Pharaoh. Romans 15:4 that we bring out all the time, because those things was written for our learning to know the Lord, his fame was known on the earth. But the Lord removed that mindset out of everybody. Nobody is really knowing Yahweh Shema Shai. How serious we go for the Lord, people would look at us as fools. Because they really don't know. If Yahweh Shema Shai came right now, all you niggas would be stuck on freaking stupid. Right? I believe that all the way to a T. It says that the nations may tremble at thy presence. When thou didst when thou didst terrible things which we look not for, thou camest down. The mountains flowed down at thy presence. For since the beginning of the world, men have not heard nor perceived by the ear, neither have the eye seen, O God, besides thee, what he have prepared for him that waiteth for him. Right? Just imagine what the Lord has prepared for those children that's waiting for him, being occupied, being diligent, being persistent, being consistent. You know, people come and hear this word. A real sheep is, just a sidebar, real sheep is getting that notification, getting that alert, right? On whoever you watching that's giving you 100% truth, right? Hey, you might get the notification while you sleep, and then you're going to watch it as soon as you wake up, or it might be your second or third video. The sheep is excited to hear this word because it's one step each. To me, I look at each video as one step closer. Each lesson is one step closer. Me and my brothers is playing around, but like we'll say right now it's 10,975 camps left. You know, just imagine if it go to 10,444. You know, brothers just doing those things, but you got to think of each day as another day closer to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai coming. So reading Isaiah 64 verse 1 to 4 in the NLT, it says, that that you would burst from heaven and come down, right? And that's Wisdom of Solomon 18 and 15, right? He's gonna come, Yahweh Shai is gonna leap off his royal throne to a place fit for destruction. How the mountains would quake in your presence. As fire causes wood to burn and water to boil, your coming would make the nations tremble, right? Yo, they're gonna, all shit is over, right? And through the spirit, you gotta know The left-hand side already have Esau in that shit bag. This is why the way that they're moving now, they're about to implement that new world order just to get a taste, right? It says, then your enemies will learn the reason for your fame. That's the reason why I want the NLT, because when the Lord, Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, especially Yahweh Shai, their fame is going to be all over the earth, right? And when you came down long ago, you did awesome deeds beyond our highest expectation. In whole, and oh, how the mountains quaked. For since the world began, no ear has heard and no eye has seen a God like you who works for those who wait for him. Right? And all things that Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai did is for the elect's sake. You know, even when you look at the children of Israel leaving Egypt, it was really for the elect's sake. If you look at the example, when Moses came from Mount Sinai down and seen Israel going off, you had a righteous bunch that didn't, and you had many that did, and it was multiple examples after leaving Egypt where a multitude of wicked, Israelites from the 12 tribes went off on Yahweh Shem Yahushai, right? By turning their backs, basically being impatient, right? So let's go to Joel, prophecy. All of this is prophecy, you know. Lord willing, we'll be able to see that on the right side. This Joel chapter 2, verse 10 and 11, it says, also that verse 9, it says, they shall run to and fro in the city. They shall run upon the wall. They shall climb up upon the houses. They shall enter in at the windows like a thief. The earth shall quake before them. The heavens shall tremble. The sun and the moon shall be dark, and the stars shall withdraw their shining. And the Lord Yahweh shall utter his voice before his army, for his camp is very great. For he is strong that executeth his word. For the day of the Lord Yahweh is great and very terrible. Who can abide, right? Who can remain, right? And you got to know, is the whole world is going to be, really the 2/3. Jake, they're gonna be going through houses because it's going to be trouble. It's going to be hard to just regular live and just have a regular life in that day. When the Lord come, the whole earth is going to be in hectic, right? That's why Yeshua said he's going to come with fire. Luke chapter 12, he's going to come with fire, even if it's already be kindled, right? It's going to be a real shit show when Hamashiach Yahweh Shai come. It said people are going to run to and fro in the city, and they shall run upon the wall. They shall climb up upon the houses. They shall enter in at the windows like a thief, right? People gonna be going to houses that's not even theirs. 2/3 is gonna have it even worse, going to houses and thinking they might find food and might not find none. They might find some bread or something that could be spoiled, or find something that they can't eat, and somebody find out that they got it and they've been walking with them the whole time, and they'll kill you for that. You seeing what people was doing when when Covey Cove came out, or yeah, I think it was when people was fighting over the damn tissue. Now let's go to Isaiah, the 13th chapter. This is Isaiah chapter 13, and I'm going to read verse 10 to 16. It says, and the stars of heaven and the constellations thereof shall not give their light. The sun shall be darkened in his going forth, and the moon shall not cause her light to shine. And I will punish the world for their evil, and the wicked for their iniquity. And I will cause the arrogance of the proud to cease, and will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of fire, right? And this is talking about the elect men, right? Men that's of this world and not established in the faith of Yahweh Shema Shai. You're not gonna be precious. Is really the righteous, right? Starting with his elect top men, right? Now, verse 13, it says, therefore I will shake the heavens and the earth shall remove out of her place, right? Because it's going to be those nukes. Those nukes going to be dropping because when Yahweh Shai come, nukes is going to be falling like raindrops. What did what that brother say on the five heartbeats, David? Raindrops fall, right? Them nukes is going to be falling. It says, and the earth shall remove out of her place in the wrath of the Lord Yahweh of hosts, and in the day of his fierce anger. And it shall be as the chase roe, and as a sheep that no man taketh up, and shall take up. They shall every man turn to his own people and flee every one to his own land. When we look at Matthew, race war, right? People gonna be looking for their own kind in that day. But really, all people gonna be humble. The elect is already getting humble being in his flesh, growing in his spirit. But a lot of y'all that's trying to get in too late, you're going to be tremendously humble in a terrifying way, right? Now, verse 15, it says, everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword, right? And that's that spiritual and mental, right? Like spiritual as in their ideology, their belief system, really going into that charagma, right? That physical mark in the way that America moves, how this world moves, right? That's how you attach to these heathens, right? Or even more, us Jake, that's being attached to worldly Jake. You're going to be consumed with them too, right? Verse 16, it says, their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes. Their houses shall be spoiled and their wives ravished, right? It could be the same thing, just like Havel, king of Vel, the king of Assyria, where he was dashing kids to stones. Esau back in his past was doing it, right? But even more, what else is going to dash your children to stones? The nukes. Because a small particle or from a distance, like a nuke can drop all the way down in Tonawanda or all the way down on the east side or all the way down on the west side or Riverside, and we get the aftermath, and that wave can hit so hard and your kid can fly and get hit right to a stone. It's multiple ways, because when Yahweh Shem Yahushai come, when he actually let those things be, is going to be terrible for the children of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, especially on the left-hand side, right? So that's a warning, and now we're about to go to another warning, which is a red letter. This is Luke chapter 12, verse 4 and 5. It says, and I say unto you, my friends, be not afraid of them that kill the body, and after that have no more that they can do, right? Just because they making these nukes, the Smith making the waster, we're not fearing them. We're really fearing the Lord, because the Lord made them make that. We're not fearing a man that's holding a gun in your face, because if he do shoot you, it's really of Yahweh Shem Shai, because nobody can do nothing to you unless that was already a given notion in the heavens. That's why, hey, some of us is in foster care getting sexually, physically abused, or you got raped, right? You sisters, that was all from the Lord, and they talking about getting abortion and all of this. That's all the Lord. Regardless if it's a wrong way or if it's a right way. That's all Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Right? Now, verse 5, it says, and I will forewarn you whom ye shall fear, which after he have killed have power to cast into hell. Yeah, I say unto you, fear him. Right? Because you should fear. What if you don't get beamed up and you seeing mad people get beamed up? You're going to be scared, man. Yo, man, oh, man. Like, I'm telling you, you're going to be scared. And the Lord has that power to say, nah, I don't even know you. Matthew 7:23. I could be teaching and doing all of this, but the Lord know my heart better than I know myself. And he could say, nah, you was leading people the wrong way, da-da-da. I don't even know you. And I could see a family member get beamed up, or maybe somebody that wasn't in this faith get beamed up, and I'm down here. I'm gonna be, yo, your heart is up. That joint gonna turn right around. The day of the Lord is not something to play around with. That's why this time right here is borrowed time, right? Shalom. Shamika Gray. I don't know if that's yeah, that's probably a sister. Probably. Salaki if I'm wrong. Right? But you know, the day of the Lord is not something to play with. This is something very serious, you know? That's why, like I said before, I was saying shalom to the brother, the sis, Salaki. This is borrowed time. You're on borrowed time, man. The more Jake get worse, the more this community get worse. Everybody's on borrowed time, the wicked and the righteous. But the righteous is being useful in this borrowed time, right? Waiting on the Lord, calling on his name, right? Thinking on, oh, I wonder what lesson, right? OG asked me a question and asked for a lesson. That's what we here for. Now, if you ain't gonna come out here and do the work and you really want it, this is why we do videos so that you can watch and get your precept game up and get cleansed from the whitewash that we had before we got the truth. I'm not here to act or say I'm better than anybody. I'm trying to be better than the guy that you see on this camera, but the Lord allow me to actually teach and be like the men of the Lord of old time, prophesying future events, not trying to give you all hugs and kisses. The Lord, Yahweh Shai, is all stern. His words is harsh and rough, and he's bold. But now when you come in this truth, you get brotherly love. You're dealt with cater, with kindness. But as soon as you go off, you're gonna get the shaking of the hand. That's why Isaiah 58 and 3, he tell us to cry aloud and spare not. So if a brother go off, you're not sparing them, because guess what? You're on borrowed time. If you're still breathing and destruction did not happen, you have borrowed time, right? So we got to get it right. Right? So we read that. Let's go back to Psalms 58 and let's read verse 10. Let's go to Psalms 58 and let's read verse 10. Right? This is Psalms 58 and reading verse 10. It says, the righteous shall rejoice when he seeth the vengeance. He shall wash his feet in the blood of the wicked. Right? And you have to understand, even the elect men, the 144,000, they're going to be a helping hand with Mashiach Yahushai. Even though the Lord and the angels don't really need our help, but the Lord is going to allow us to enjoy that moment too. And the women are going to be sitting back saying Kwam Yasharella. They're going to be watching it. The elect is going to be watching this whole scene. Ain't no, oh, I missed that. No, you're going to be knowing the knowing. Jeremiah 16:16. Imagine how those men mind is going to be when after that moment of time being with Yahweh Shai, and then we coming down, and then he tell us, hey, you got to go get them from the bunkers. The men that was fishers, and that's starting with the 144,000, those are the fishers. He said that they're going to become hunters, right? So the righteous shall rejoice when he seeth the vengeance, so that a man shall say, verily, there or for the righteous, verily, he is a God that judgeth in the earth. Right? Guess what? The righteous is a God that judgeth in the earth. Ye are gods. Let's get Jeremiah 16:16. This is godlike. This is a godlike movement right here. Jeremiah 16:16. Believe it or not, it says, behold, I will send for many fishers, was the disciples, right? The learners, that they were fishers. What he told Peter, what he told James, what he told John, the sons of Zebedee. I'll make you fishers of men, right? So behold, I will send many fishers, saith the Lord Yahweh, and they shall fish them. And after, right, because who are they fishing for? They're fishing for the elect. And after will I send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill, out of the holes of the rock. Right? So the top mighty men of the elect is going to come down here as hunters, because we not teaching no more. It's over. When we come out that chair, we ain't when we about to set shit straight. And that's the beginning. That's gonna start the 1,000-year reign with Yahweh Shai in Revelation 20. You got some congregations saying Revelation 20 and 4 already happened. No, it didn't. Because it said the mark, anybody that took this mark or worship the image of the beast, right? And that M-A-R-K is a charagma, a physical mark. Right back then, they'll burn you with a metal rod, but right now we're in this is a technology M-A-R-K, because it goes into Revelations 13. In order for you to buy and sell, you need this mark. You know, back then that mark was showing you who you was in slavery. If you was a girl, when somebody wants you and the slave master like, nah, she too beautiful, they'll mark your whole face so that you'll be ugly. This new mark is going to make you look cool or something, right? It's going to be a way for you to buy and sell, but be a part of this system. You know, that 1,000-year reign is when Yahweh Shai comes back. How has that already happened? Yahweh Shai didn't reign on this side. Yahweh Shai was a man that didn't have a place to lay his head. He was on go time. He wasn't in his glorified form. When he comes back in that 1,000-year reign, he's going to be in his power form, man. You know? Shoot, I want to see Yahweh Shai in his power form. What you talking about, man? You be like, man, y'all brothers look like Power Rangers with your garment on. Hey, guess what? I'm the Blue Ranger. You know? This is Psalms 52, verse 6. It says, the righteous also shall see and fear and shall laugh at him, right? Because we're going to be at fear because none of us can really F-U-C-K with Yahweh Shemel Shai. None of us. We can't beat him. You can't overthink. You can't do nothing. He created you and put you in his story. You can't do nothing with Yahweh Shemel Shai. So even the elect is going to have fear, but it's not fear of man. Of course you're going to fear your power, man. It's like a child fearing their father. We're gonna fear our power, but of course we're gonna see it and rejoice. That is not, you know what I'm saying? Because we all, as a whole nation of Israel, we all got touched. We're all in captivity in different places, four corners of the earth. A lot of us got confused faces where we look like the heathen. That's by Yahweh Shemel Shai. He is the one you should fear, man. Got a lot of Jake out here really looking like Edomites, but they're really Jakes. You got some Jake looking like African booty scratchers, but they're really Israelites. Anybody can get offended however you want, but the elect not gonna get offended because a spade is a spade, right? Jake really is an Israelite. The black Latinos and natives, the Latinos, they could be called Hispanics too, right? Those are the Israelites. And they're scattered in the midst of nations. So you'll have a Jake that look like he's Ling Long Agro or Muhammad, Muslim, right? Or they can look like they African from Gowanda, but they're really an Israelite. You know? So the righteous shall see and fear and shall laugh at him, right? They're gonna laugh at the wicked, man. Let me get this other one because this is definitely motivating. This verse right here. I hope, Lord willing, I'm of that number, man. That's why we call ourselves the hopeful elect. This is Psalms 126. When the Lord Yahweh turned again the captivity of Zion, turn it around. We were like them that dream, because this is gonna really look like a dream, you know. Told my lady, I said the one time, I said, what if this was a whole dream? You know, what if this was a whole dream and we ain't really even live in America yet? This is a whole vision. Then when you wake up, you find out in the near future you're gonna be coming to America, man. That would be crazy, you know. But in the end all be all, when you with Yahweh Shai and them chariots, this is gonna seem like a whole dream. Verse 2. Then was our mouth filled with laughter and our tongue with singing. Then said they among the heathen, the Lord Yahweh have done great things for them. Right now, now a brother can, because guess what? We're gonna be righteously proud, right? Like proud, like, man, we did it. Not like the proud that the Lord don't like. You know, you're in your glorified form. Brothers gonna be flexing, you know? And the nation's gonna really be like, man, he really did. Like, you gotta think he put you through 14 different captivities, man. Seven least captivities, 7 great captivities. Had your had your Salaki, your woman, your child defiled, being touched by multiple men. Then you we're gonna be afresh. We're gonna be new in the kingdom, but afresh, like a new start. But it's you, you know. How I look now, I'm gonna really be who I really am. You know, this is why we got to get over this hump. This hump right here is this dumb system, man. You know, all praise to Yahweh Shem Al Shai. He has given us an open eye to want to see. You know, because if you don't have a desire for it, then you don't have an open eye to see. You really don't. Dang, that is crazy. I thought I was gonna do a let, and I just spoke on that. That is crazy. I gotta go to that verse. I did a little quick reading, and I came across something I said I was gonna do a lesson on. But look, I just spoke it. That is amazing. Let's just get into it then. This is St. John. What was I reading today, family? This is St. John, chapter 9. And I'm going to start at 35. The whole point goes into when Yahushua heals a blind man from birth. But they were saying, hey, did his father or did he sin? Because they knew about the regeneration, reincarnation, right? They both go hand in hand. He said no, because the work, but that the work of God should be made manifest in him, right? Because the Lord was using Yahushua to heal him so that people can believe in Yahushua, believe that Yahweh had sent his son Yahushua. That's what it was for, right? And then you got later on when the Pharisees question the healing because he's doing it on the Shabbat, right? But then they're going around confessing this person and the other person, like he asked the parents and they was like, look, he can talk and he can see. You should go ask him. He of age, but they was afraid to go say something to the Jews because the Jews said, hey, look, anybody that's speaking this man's name or say they believe in him, they was going to be killed. And Yahweh already said that we shouldn't be ashamed. This is why anybody saying Jesus, you're fully not in this truth. His real name is Yahushai. That is ancient Hebrew. Modern Hebrew, Yeshua, that's no. Ancient Hebrew, Yahweh and Yahushai. You know, those are the names that was written aforetime. All these scriptures we getting aforetime, Yahweh gave Moses his real name. It wasn't Lord, it was Yahweh. You know? So when you drop down to verse 35, and I'm going to read to 41, and you're going to hear what it says. It says, Yahushua heard that they had cast him out, and when he had found him, he said unto him, doest thou believe on the Son of God? And he answered and said, who is he, Lord, that I might believe on him? And Yahushua said unto him, thou hast both seen him, and it is he that talketh with thee. And he said, Lord, I believe. And he worshipped him. And Yahushua said, for judgment I am coming to the world, that they would see not might see, and they would see might be blind. So it's people that say, oh, I get it, and they really don't. The Lord blinded you, and there's the ones that don't see, that want the Lord to guide them, because it's really the Rakak Wadash, right? And then guess what? Now you see. And let's get a precept to give that confirmation. And be like, this man talking. Yeah, he lying. Yeah, right. Okay, let's go into the scriptures to see. This is 2 Kings chapter 6, and we're going to start at verse 16, right? Because the Assyrian army was chasing Elisha. They wanted Elisha because of the king, right? But we're going to pass all that. You can go read the whole 6th chapter. The real point start at verse 8 all the way down to verse 23. But I'm going to give you a little snippet, right? This is 2 Kings chapter 6, starting at 16. And he answered, fear not, for they that be with us are more than they that be with them. And Elisha prayed and said, Yahweh, I pray thee open his eyes. He was talking about his servant that was walking with him, that he may see. And the Lord Yahweh opened the eyes of the young man, and he saw, and behold, the mountain was full of horses and chariots of fire round about Elisha, he was seeing that Yahweh Shema Shai was with them, because it was a huge army, and the servant said, yo, it's more of them than us. And Elisha prayed to the Heavenly Father so he can see the chariots around, because a lot of y'all really don't even know. Even though chariots and UFOs with the world car be flying around, literally, it's some that's very close up that can be invisible. Because that's the power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. It could be one flying right over me right now. Probably far, far away, I could probably go see the other ones, because they fire, because sometimes they do show themselves. But the ones up close, the Lord know a lot of us is not ready for that. In old time, we was lined up with the Lord. But this is the example. What we just read, the one in St. John, the ones that are blind, that know that they're blind, they're gonna ask, right? This guy was blinded. Then he said, do you believe? So it was made, that was a moment to manifest that Yahweh Shem Yahushai is real. Now he believes. But then the Pharisees would say they see, oh, we're Moses' disciples. You're his disciple, right? They don't really believe, because if you was a disciple of Moses, you would be a learner of the scriptures and know Moses was speaking of Yahushai. So they're blind. So look what happened, because they're blind, and the servant was able to see these chariots. So let's see what happened to the Syrians. Verse 18. When they came down to him, Elisha prayed unto Yahweh, he doing it again, and said, smite this people, I pray thee, with blindness. And he smote them with blindness according to the word of Elisha, right? And basically, let's read 19. And Elisha said unto them, this is not the way, neither is this the city. Follow me, and I will bring you to the man whom ye seek. But he led them to Samaria, because they was looking for Elisha. And the Lord answered him twice. The Lord answered the one that's believing in him, because he's walking with Elisha, a servant of Elijah, right? A man of the Lord. And the Lord allowed that servant to see the chariots and the power. Now he's believing, oh, yeah, it's more of us than them. And then Elisha turned around and said, Lord, please blind them. Basically, with the blindness that he had, give them that blindness. And guess what? It's Pharisees. It's men and women that's blinded on this side, man. Literally, it's men and women that's blinded on this side, right? It's because you too prideful, you think you know it all. It's okay to be like, dang, man, this joint is deep. You don't just read this Bible one time and just call it a quits. Your mind can't even fathom everything and remember it like the movie The Book of Eli. You have to always do a deep dive search, because you're still in this flesh. When you get in these scriptures, you're battling against the flesh and the spirit. And of course, you're battling against the powers that be. You might not be able to see them, but they know you. In the scriptures, it shows the left-hand side knows who the men of the Lord. Then it say, I know Paul, I know Yahushua, but I don't know you. The left-hand side know who the real men of the Lord is, right? And who isn't, On this side, this is mostly a faith-based ministry. When Yahushua really started bringing the MOTB Jacob trouble, brothers is going to get a little taste of spiritual powers on this side. And guess what? Before we came here, brothers had they was doing spiritual things, man. Healing people, walking past, people was healed, saying the name of Yahweh Shem Shai, right? We was more in lined up with Yahweh Shem Shai. All of that got removed. That's how defiled we is, man. Right? So I'm going to just read the last two verses in St. John 9 and 40 and 41. And some of the Pharisees which were with him heard these words and said unto him, are we blind also? Yahushua said unto them, if ye were blind, ye should have no sin. But now ye say, we see, therefore your sins remaineth. That's the cockiness in them. Because if they really didn't see, they would be asking Yahushua to teach them. Oh, can we follow you? But every time we can go in certain moments where they wanted to trap him, debate him, get him slipped, and they wanted to arrest him or put him to death. But every time Yahushua slipped away, that's not a real servant of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Plain and simple, baby. Right? So now let's get back so we can close out. I'm sorry I got a little excited, family. Lord willing, you understood that. Lord willing, you caught that. And I already know the ones that's in this, they caught that, right? This is Psalm 68, verse 1 to 3. It says, let God arise, let his enemies be scattered. Let them also that hate him flee before him, right? Because guess what the top elite's going to do? They're going to hide in the bunkers. Isaiah, the 2nd chapter, right? You can see it in verse 19 and I believe 21, or it's 19 to 20, and I believe verse 10, right? Verse 2, it says, as smoke is driven away, so drive them away as wax melteth before the fire. So let the wicked perish at the presence of God. 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 17, judgment is going to happen at the house of Israel first. So any black, Latino, Hispanic, or Native American, right? Anybody that fit the 12 tribes, right? Judgment has happened with our nation first. And it's really because of the 2/3. If you don't believe in this, or if you do believe in this, you already been warned. That's why when anytime you hear somebody teaching and they're giving you actually the truth, even if you don't accept it or not, you've been marked. We can go to Romans 16 and 17. If somebody is teaching a doctrine you wasn't taught, you got to mark them. Guess what? The Lord is recording. The heavens and the earth is recording against any one of you wicked, even the righteous. Everything is recorded. So if I'm going off, I got to pray to Yahweh Shem Shai that he can fix whatever I went off so I can go ahead and fix it, right? But it's all Yahweh Shem Shai that leads you under right men that can help you increase, because it's all about sharpening our sword. It would be no point for prophets and apostles before you if you just come in this and then now you just starting something new. No, prophets been since the world began. The black, Latinos, and natives is the best nation on the earth, regardless if you don't accept that or if you do. The finest women, the best men, right? But guess what? We're lower than all nations. You know? Jake got to try to fit in to be something. Back then, black, Latinos, natives, you couldn't own land. You couldn't own land. You couldn't own land. You couldn't have certain jobs, and certain jobs, not even certain jobs. You were called a servant when you were an employee. They upgraded this captivity. You say, I'm an employee. I can go into this joint, which is a brother that I believe he is an Israelite, Rudolph R. Windsor, that wrote Babylon of Timbuktu. And he'll show you in this book that blacks didn't have, look, anybody getting a mortgage, owning land, it's a privilege. Because when this joint got established, you couldn't have none of that. We couldn't even carry firearms. The Lord did that to really make division through the spirit. Now anybody carrying a gun that's in the 12 tribes of Israel. And these niggas is killing militia niggas, man. Because the Lord is doing sifting, man. Right? These are beautiful books. I haven't finished all of them, but I got some key points. Let me just read it, because I don't like lying. You feel me? So the first thing I'm gonna give you is on page 14. It says, Andrew Johnson pardoned the rebels in order to enable the ex-slaveholders to sit in local, state, federal governments, rendering them political power over the helpless blacks. Going over to page 15, that their aims were to keep black men in a status of involuntary servitude, if not actual slavery. Blacks could not function as preachers without a license. That's why most pastors that really want to be a pastor, most cases they have to sign a 501c3, depending if they want taxes out or however they do that. I'm not a pastor and not permitted to carry firearms. It's a privilege. The blacks could not serve on juries, nor could they vote. They were denied. Look, and that's a privilege. Deuteronomy 17:15, the Lord tell you that we shouldn't be making anybody a king that's not of our kin. That's why we shouldn't be voting. This is not our system. And whoever is running this system, they are not our kin. They're not in our nation. That's why none of us should be voting. Donald Duck and Kamali Pfeiffer. We shouldn't be voting for none of these suckers. But You gotta have niggas, you gotta have coons in our joint, right? It says, they were denied the choice of approaching the whites unasked, right? And then you got Jake just loving, of course we see attractive women. You might see a Jake sister that want to eat a white dude. Back then, you was being secretive or you wasn't getting it at all, right? It says, any white man, rich or poor, could arrest a black man. Severe work rules were in act. Black laborers became known as servants. What? Black laborers was known as servants, right? You just got a new word, employee. You still a servant, brother. So back to Psalm 68, and I'm going to read verse 3. It says, and let the righteous be glad, let them rejoice before God, yet let them exceedingly rejoice, right? The righteous is going to be glad seeing the fall of the wicked. That's right now. This is why I'm doing, like, I'm happy what I'm seeing. Brothers and families are still doing holidays, and you ain't even teach your kid, and you ain't even teach your damn self where these come from. Because if you really was teaching yourself in your household, you wouldn't even be doing it. Then you wait until that February come. Now it's Black History Month. So where does Christmas relate to you niggas? Easter, Valentine's, how does that relate to your history? If you go even further, the Israelites, all of that is paganism. Then you even have a homie, yeah, all of his paganism, but Merry Christmas. What? You niggas, we is slow, bro. And the Lord allowed it. I was doing those things too. But the Lord wiped me down. He washed me down from that because I had my daughter, my second child. I'm like, man, I got to teach her something I don't know. Then I found out all these holidays is, hold on, wait a minute. That was like right before I came in the truth, before I even knew about the truth. Me finding about holidays ushered me into this truth, man. To love your loved ones is to tell them the truth. These holidays is not about keeping the innocent of kids. No, that's to keep them, to dummy them down and keep them in sin, keeping them to turn their back against Yahweh Shem Yahushai. I love mine. I want mines to get the kingdom. But if you lead them away, guess what? That's your penalty. You let them the wrong way. You're a false parent and a false teacher. The Lord gonna get you, man. James 3:1 in the NLT. Anybody teaching, you're gonna be judged strictly, man. Especially if you teach it wrong, it's your ass, man. So now let's get Proverbs 11 and 10. It's Proverbs 11 and 10. And when it goeth well with the righteous, the city rejoiceth. And when the wicked perish, there is shouting. Woo! Right? Man, it's going to go well for the righteous, man. But when the wicked perish, there will be shouting. Call Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai. That's all praises to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Didn't Yahushai say when he was on the cross, it is finished, it is because he fulfilled it? Guess what? When all this, that part is finished, man. It's amazing. Like, this is not living. This is not living. Turn on the car, you already polluting the air as soon as you turn on the car with the engine, the oil, right? These factories, right? We supposed to, all of us, all people, really Latinos, natives, but all nations, we was eating from the land. Now most of us is eating GMO. You go to other places, like especially Canada, their ingredients is real light, and most of their ingredients is natural. America is a fornicating place. America is a deceitful, and a lying place, and to keep you still out. And y'all, a lot of us don't know. A lot of food that we consume is keeping a low vibration. It takes your energy away, your focus, or what you want to do. Let alone, it's so many weed heads and drug heads and all these things that we have. Guess what? It's just the same as other captivities where they try to keep a string on you. Because like if you keep a slave comfortable, they won't rebel. When you're teaching this word and being about this word and trying to, we are rebelling. Not doing holidays, we are rebelling, right? If 50 million, let's just say African Americans in America, if we would just say, say if it was 100 million Black Latinos and Natives, just say as a whole in America, this economy will have a problem because we're not buying or being a part of these holidays. Especially if you're Native, if you're Indian, right? Or if you feel like you're is, you would not be doing Thanksgiving. That is a mockery of your people. And it's the same food, the same time. Better yet, you're doing it on the day of, you know? Everything that's set up in this place is to mock the children of Yahweh Shem Shai. It's just the ones that don't see it wasn't for you. And we just read it in John. You guys are blind. So my lesson is not for you, but it's really against you niggas. Anybody that's not trying to serve Yahweh Shem Shai and grow in this knowledge, be baptized through the Rakak Wadash by being washed through the word. Like this is you being baptized. Wash the truth. Black Latinos and Natives, you are the salt of the earth. Why do you keep thinking you're the best? You're this and this and that. It's because Yahweh Shem Shai made you the best out of all nations. Right? What high holy days can you do? What is those? Right? What was in our history? All this the Lord prepared for you to learn. That's how you get baptized, when you get washed in the word. St. John 8:32. The truth shall set you free. The truth of Yahweh, which is the volume of the word, St. John 5:39, right? We think the scriptures is going to give us eternal life, but the scriptures point us to Yahweh because he's the whole volume of the book. Everything sums up to Yahweh that leads you to the Father. This flesh is freaking weak, you know? Super weak. So we about to close out with these last two precepts I got. Revelations, the 11th chapter. You got Revelations, the 11th chapter, verse 17 to 18. This is what it reads. It says, saying, we give thanks, O Lord, power almighty, which art and wast and art to come, because thou hast taken to thee thy great power and has reigned. And the nations were angry. Thy wrath is come in the time of the dead, that they should be judged, that thou shouldst give reward unto thy servants, the prophets, and to the saints, which is part of the elect, which the saints is the elect, and they that fear thy name, small and great, right? Small and great, right? Great, because really the ones that was true, that was probably low on this side, they're going to be great, which is really the 144,000, and the small would be after the 144,000, the rest of the men, women, and child. It says, and shouldest destroy them which destroyed the earth, starting with Esau and the other nations. Psalms 83, whoever did crafty counsel against the children of Israel, that spirit was always on them to be against us. That's why when you play a video game, when you play in Call of Duty, your that campaign is against whatever that mission is. It don't go another way, you know? When you play basketball, football, every team that play against you, that you do play against, is against you, right? And the Lord is going to destroy them. The Lord is going to reward his saints, right? And guess what? These nations is mad because this captivity is really about to fall out their hand like a fumble. Like a fumble. I know y'all watch football, like a fumble. In the chapter right after, Revelations 12:12, this give you the example. Therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time. The Lord is telling this is not man. The Yahweh Shem Shai was working through man, letting you know. The devil know he has a short time. So that's why that's the left-hand side working with the physical devil, which is Esau and these other nations, even the devil that's in Jake, the 12 tribes, the 2/3. That's why you're moving the way you move, because your recess is about to be done, especially starting with Esau. It's about to be done. You know, it's about to be done. They're moving like like roaches. And guess what? We can't see it. We don't got the power and resources to see. But you can go on the internet and see, oh, they making this and they doing this. Right now, I'm at work, they was doing something. When you wasn't at work, they was doing something. I'm just off of work, they doing something. Might fall asleep, they're doing something. Get up, go brush it, they're doing something. They're always doing something because they have a short time. They don't have time just to just let it go. Soon as somebody get off the clock, they hurry up and put somebody on the clock because they have a short time and they got everyone working that's a part of this little dumbass scheme. Y'all really can't even fathom this. This is the last verse. It's the last one right here, baby. This is Revelations chapter 18, verse 20. Rejoice over her, thou heaven, and ye holy apostles and prophets, for God have avenged you on her. Right? Because this goes into the destruction of Babylon, right? 21 to 24, Babylon will be thrown down. We're rejoicing because this is about to happen. And then guess what? When it fully happens, we're going to know who we really is. And we're going to rejoice that this shit is finito, man. Y'all really can't get it. Right? This, look, right here. Oh, man, I don't got it. I don't got that picture in here. I thought I had it in here. But I'll show you two pictures. You got the one that is for the actual cover screen for this video. You know, we're gonna rejoice when we know that the nukes is dropping, because even the elect on this side is gonna see chariots. All faces is gonna see Yahweh Shai, baby. Right? We're gonna see the fall of the wicked, man. Yahweh Shai represents the lion and the eagle represents Esau because he's the head. You know. This is not about how many blunts you can smoke. We've been past all of that, man. We've been past all of that. You know? What's next? You know? None of y'all really know what rulership is. You don't even know. You can't even taste it on your finger. You don't know what rulership is. You have a fake rulership in your own household, but as soon as you tell your girl something, or hey, yo, look, she'll get butt hurt. You're not really in real rulership. You're not really all high and mighty. Oh, I got 6 figures. I got 100,000. I got more money than you. Well, who's on the face, nigga? How you better than me? You got $600,000 and your slave master is on that. My slave master is on my bills too. Come on, bro. You a slave, I'm a slave. You just a thousandaire slave or a millionaire slave. Whatever they did to Kanye West taking his money, when this MOTB come, all that stuff that people be bragging about on this side, it has no value. A lot of us really don't believe that Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai truly exists. And when he do, you're going to have this coulda, shoulda, woulda. And you wouldn't even be able to tuda. So, Lord willing, this is edifying to the hopeful elect. Lord willing, and increase you. You know, Lord willing, you have more questions to ask and search for. You know, pray in the name of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, giving all praises to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Rakakwadash, double honors to the elders, the great millstone who rule well through the Spirit, teaching His word and believing His word. Lord, when they can continue to endure and be sincere, and a mighty shalom to the hopeful elect that are scattered four corners of the earth, believing in this word and teaching His word. Right, Lord willing, in the same spirit as you, that you can endure and be sincere. And shalom to the Akwat Yum that are believers of the faith and this truth. Lord willing, you can continue to pursue your lot, which is being a loving and silent and virtuous wife. And Lord willing, the Most High have mercy on the other brothers and sisters that's not in the faith. With that, till next time, shalom, shalom. Stay girded. Oh, shalom, Shem Yawala, shalom, Salaki, brother. I was in the spirit.